Kia ora whānau, ko Whae Sam toku ingoa, and I am the learning leader for Year 6 Arataki. Arataki is made up of 4 kayako, 4 teachers. In room 20 we have Whae Nat, in room 21 and 22 we have Miss Broom and myself, and in room 23 we have Mātua J. We also have 102 ākonga learners this year, and we're all here to mention our highlights, and I will begin by talking about our increased cohort, our behaviour management system and camp this year. So this year we have 4 classes. This has meant that some of our traditional ways of running events or huis have had to be altered. It's been quite a timely change in Arataki and has challenged us to think of alternatives. One example of an exciting change is that we have moved our camp location to Camp Carey Park in Henderson Valley instead of the previous Kokako Lodge, which couldn't this year accommodate our numbers. I'm currently in the midst of planning our camp for Term 4, and it looks like it's going to be quite a different camp to what we're used to, but in a good way. This year we've also been using a new behaviour management system based on PD and planning we did in Term 4 last year. Now house points are no longer given in class, and there's a consistent system across the team. Students can earn respect, connect or challenge squares based on an agreed set of examples co-constructed at the beginning of the year, and the squares contribute to a weekly reward and then a termly reward. And this has been working really well, and students understand that they need to demonstrate the Year 6 expectations of the school values.
Kia ora koutou, ko Aaron Joyce Takawengoa. Most of you know me, however. Waterwise, I'm here to talk about the highlights I've had this year for Arataki. We shifted from a 12-week program to an 8-week program this year, and that's allowed us to have 2 classes on any given day. One of the benefits of this is that we're not going into those winter months and inevitably cancelling classes due to the cold weather and the stormy conditions that you sort of get in that beginning of that term too. We've also added science in, so that Room 23 did quite a large investigation around how can we incorporate science and use that lake resource to implement the science curriculum. And we're going to have a look at implementing some of those ideas and initiatives going into Term 4. Speaking of which, Term 4, the focus is switching to snorkeling. So the first couple of weeks we will still be doing kayaking and sailing down at the lake. Then we move into some beach work at Milford Beach, getting those core skills ready so that the children can have a great day snorkeling on the end of year trip to Goat Island and the Marine Lab up at Lee. So Waterwise has been demanding with the new structure. However, I think really it's really proved itself to be quite beneficial and quite a good change. The Pupuki Taniwha initiative to have Rotu Pupuki placed within the protection of the Hauraki Golf Marine Park has been quite successful, I've got to say. FHS TV interviews have included interviews with MPs Eugenie Sage, Simon Watts, Erica Stanford from the East Coast Bays, who's actually involved with the Tangaroa Taniwha petition, and there's some crossover there. We've interviewed local scientists to find out about the state of the lake, as well as aforementioned, Auckland City Council, who taught us how to test the water quality of the lake for that science component. We also met with Ranger Dan, who is the park ranger of the lake. Petition presentations. We've had several of those over the last couple of weeks at different school hui around us, including Wairoa Intermediate, TNIS, Milford School, FHS obviously, Saninook, Takapuna, and there's a couple more to come. The petition closes on the 24th of September, and we currently have 1,179 signatures with a target of 3,150. So those are my highlights of the year so far. I'm really looking forward to the cultural festival coming up and the Term 4 Waterwise kicking off. That's it from me. Ka kite anō.
Kia ora, I'm Abby Broom and I'm one of the Year 6 teachers. The first thing I'd like to discuss in terms of highlights is that I this year moved from Year 4 to Year 6, and transitioning up to another year level has its challenges because I've only been teaching for 3 years. But I was able to come into a team that was really collaborative and welcoming, with lots of ideas, and I've just really thoroughly enjoyed that. So my first highlight has definitely been my supportive colleagues. The second highlight for me has definitely been the collaboration. Sam, Ness and I decided that we were going to join forces and co-teach and have a large class area with 51 students, and we opened up the doors between our 2 classrooms, and that's been highly successful. It's been great in terms of workload. The collaboration has been really strong. We've been able to come up with some really cool ideas, which has led to quality learning in our students. One of those was our technology product that we implemented into our schedule. The kids really enjoyed it. Included literacy, science, tech, design, art, and they had a really good time with it. I think all of that has led to really high student engagement for us. We've got really good relationships with the kids. They're eager to come to school, they're eager to collaborate, they're eager to share, and we've found that the environment that we've created has been really beneficial for the teachers and the students. So those are my highlights for 2021.
Kia ora koutou, ko Nat Taku Ingoa. I'm Nat and I'm a Year 6 teacher in Arataki Room 20. I'm here to talk to you about our maths program that we've been running, and also our RTLB writing or literacy intervention. So throughout the year we have been trialling streamed maths groups with a focus of number. This was flexible grouping depending on our students' needs in each term. So term 1 we focused on addition and subtraction, and the groups range from level stage 4 and 5, and there was another classroom that had early 6, stage 6 and late 6, and then there is an extension class which was anything above those levels. In term 2 we focused on multiplication and division, and this term we've changed up our streamed groups, and now we have 3 mixed ability classes and 1 extension class. This term we're working on fractions, decimals and percentages. Due to our data around writing, with this cohort, we have had an RTLB intervention. We've had Joe Crabb working with our team to support our students who find writing a challenge. We have been introduced to some fantastic strategies and some amazing resources. Joe collected data from a group of target students and also whole class data to find the gaps in their spelling. We have had individual outlines of needs for each student and resources to help those needs. Joe has also introduced the game of Awesome and the many ways that it can be used to support the writing process. The students love this game and it really supports the planning process. That's all from me. Kia ora and thank you.